Christmas is one of my favorite time of the year, and that's why December is my favorite month of the year. It is also the month that I dreaded out most because it just means that the end of the year is coming near and there's like a lot of tasks, projects, and essays that I need to finish or I really need to give the beginning of next year after the holidays. And I guess just mentally that I'm not ready for starting over, for a new year, for turning into a new leaf, and all of those pressures from New Year's resolutions and also getting older, which is another story on its own. It's been a while now since I've created a video. I really missed it actually, but it's really hard with the scheduling. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to start my channel again. And it's also kind of one of my goals that I want to create at least one video by the end of this year. So I guess why not start by creating a tutorial of my favorite app. So yeah, let's get into the video real quick. A little bit of motivation of why I'm creating this video. So as I said, Christmas is my favorite month. So it's just the month that I wanted to sit back, relax. It's winter outside, it's cold, I don't want to go outside. And just enjoying those wintry cold days at home, sitting with a warm chocolate and also a book. And I just want to romanticize things. But it's not that easy if you have like a lot of work, a lot of homework and projects to do, and also exams that you need to prepare next year. So yeah, it's kind of really hard to actually romanticize and enjoy Christmas where you're all running around having a lot of stress and pressures for your homeworks and stuff. So each year, starting from like 2 years ago, I started to create a Christmas template to prepare myself for Christmas so I can romanticize things even better and still enjoy things even though like I have a lot of different stuff to do like homeworks and such. So for those who doesn't know Notion is an app that you can download in your phone, in your laptop, and your iPad. I would suggest laptop because it's easier to kind of organize things from there. To document everything in your life. It's kind of a mix-up between all of those Microsoft apps like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and it's gonna be mixed up into this simple app which I really love because it's very simple and it's easy to use. So today I'm going to show you my Notion template, specifically my Christmas template. Notion doesn't sponsor me, in fact. I'm just like a really big fan of them and I've been using them for years and I love them and I really recommended them for you guys who are super unorganized like me and if you wanted to do so many things which you actually don't have time for but you keep on pushing to do them. And yeah, so yeah, let's get into the screen actually. So here, as you can see, this is my Christmas calendar or Christmas planner for 2025. I've kind of like reorganized them to be as easy as possible or as beginner friendly as possible. So let us look through it from the top. So first of all, here is the title page. So in Notion, if you guys haven't know that, the top place is where you can kind of change the decorations. For example, here I put you can guys choose like different kinds of icons or logos. I usually took like some of them from here because like their logos are actually already quite a lot, but sometimes I wanted to put like gifts, like for example like this bell that is moving front to back. I'm gonna put like all of the resources in the link or like somewhere in the Notion template later on so that you guys can search like where did I get like the photos or the different types of logos here. So yeah, you guys can also like change the cover here and also like reposition the image that you guys created. I put like a lot of different Christmas pictures because I want it to be as Christmassy as possible here. So yeah, let's get to the top. So here you can see different types of features that I created here. First of all is that the Christmas season mood board. I created this as a toggle so that if you guys don't want to see your mood board here, you can just like leave it on like that. But if you go here to the Christmas mood board, you can click on it and then usually I use the mood board kind of like for a background, I would say. So for example, if I'm actually studying. But the thing is like I have two screens. So for example, I have like the big screen, which is my PC, and then I have like another screen, which is my laptop. So sometimes like if I wanted to be studying, I would just like put on like some Christmas music and then I would just put this like as my background. That is like how I use the mood board for, and then just put like all of these small notes that I have here. If you guys have more notes than me, then you can just like copy it out. It has an option to actually like duplicate it, and then you can put like several notes that if you wanted to here, and then you can also kind of add different photos. I'm taking this like just as a placeholder, and it's very pink, so you guys can just like put all of your photos here, yeah, and create like your own or customize your own mood board. Yeah, so this is, so the top part, it's kind of like the music playlist, which I'm going to explain a little bit later, but here I just put like a music playlist so that, for example, if I wanted to play music, I can just like directly go here and then like search for musics that I wanted to play on. Yeah, so that is the Christmas season mood board. So there are different parts. I'm gonna not explain the Christmas advent calendar and Christmas advent calendar memories for now. I'm gonna put it as a surprise in the end. So the most important thing I guess is the Christmas to-do list or planner here. So it's pretty small, but you guys can also click here to open it as a full page. So here I divide into two, the planner and the finances, which I think is the two most important things when you're kind of preparing for Christmas. Especially if you're a student like me and you don't want to like spend a lot of money, which you usually never count. So yeah, here in the Christmas to-do list, I just created a placeholder for them and just list out some of the things that maybe like a normal human do in Christmas. You can also like kind of delete them. You can also like more headers. For example, if you want to do like Christmas market tour, then you can put here, and then like maybe you can schedule like different types of meetings. For example, like meeting with in let's say Berlin Christmas market, and then like you can just put like some of your dates. When do you want it to do it here in the dates page. This is like quite, so yeah. And here you can also put this kind of like as your checklist, like what is the status of these things. So for example, making a gift list, you haven't started yet. And then if you wanted to change the status, you can just choose it here. Or you can also edit property, like if you wanted to change like some things, like for example, like in making, you can also add it here and then put it in your status. So this thing you actually don't need. This thing is called relations. So here, maybe I can go back a little bit before I show you guys. Yeah, here in the top, like you can see like how you get into that place, and if you want to return back, you can always like click on these options here. So what I wanted to say before is that I created the relations between this table and the Christmas preparations table. So for example here, if you already finished decorating your home, I'm gonna change this put up Christmas tree into done. You can see like your status here, like how many % you actually already finished your Christmas preparations for decorating a home. You can also like create like different new pages if you have like another different categories, and then you can add a relation here. So as you can see, I related it into like different parts or categories, and then you can choose them from the database before, and then boom, it's another gallery page for your Christmas preparation. So yeah, that is like the example of that. And then the next one is the Christmas finances. So as you can see here, I'm really trying to make it as simple as possible, because how it actually kind of, so based on my experience, Notion is really easy, or you would use Notion more if it's actually simple and it's based on your system. But you're really free to customize it any way you want. I would really love to see how you guys created your Christmas template. And in this Christmas finance page, it's also linked to your planner. So here you can already put like different activities that you have, and then you can add these numbers for your budget. So for example, if you're a student and you only have say 100 euros for your Christmas preps, so you guys can either put it like here in the header, like maybe like for food and baking you only wanted to give 20 euros, and you can divide it into like different parts. So for example, just like baking, it's probably like 5 euros. And here you can also kind of like document them. So for example, for now you already do grocery shopping for the holiday and you only did it once, and then you put it like 20 euros for now. Yeah, you can just add it here. And this is a property called formula in Notion. I wanted to create like a beginner friendly Notion tutorial maybe in the next video, so I don't have to like explain a lot of things here. But yeah, if you want to edit formula, you can edit also here. I created it so that, for example, if the currently paid here is already more than the budget that you guys have, it's creating a warning sign. And if it's still under, then it's creating a check sign. So if you can see here, it's still like 0 on the other placeholders, so that's why it's still a check. But if, for example, here you put it like 100, then it's going to create a warning sign. So that's basically it for the Christmas to-do list or Christmas planner. I'm gonna get back here to the Christmas calendar. By the way, Notion, you can also put like your Spotify links here. Sometimes you can also like put your Google Calendar and external things. You need to check it out here like somewhere, like if you can actually add different things, but you can add so many other things, for example like images or links or even a PDF from your documents. But you kind of have to see, because if you use like the free version, there's like a maximum of, I don't know, like 5 GB for one page. I need to check that out. I really need to see. So now let's dive into the rest of the page. So here in the menu page section, I used a sync version of the blog. So I usually copied and pasted most of these menus into several pages so that you guys can easily kind of go back to, or like choose another page if you're even in another page. So basically it's just like to navigate yourself around. So in Notion it's called a sync block. So if you click it here, like you can see, like you can move these whole blocks like everywhere. And oops, sorry about that. And then in Notion, if you wanted to create like a space, so for example if you wanted to create like a new page inside the menu, for example you want to create like your like a new page, you just need to like drag that page into this sync block, and voila, it's already part of the menu. So you can choose like whichever you wanted to put in the menu. I'm just gonna delete that first for aesthetic purposes, I guess. So yeah, let's first go into the Christmas recipes part. So the menu is actually quite simple. You just put in some stuff that you wanted to do in Christmas, and for you that is like really important. So for example like cooking, or maybe like there's a list of Christmas markets that you wanted to do, or you have like several Christmas goals that you wanted to put into a database, you can just put there in the menu. So here you guys can go to the preparation section. So you can just put like all of your recipes here, everything that you wanted to put or create or cook later on during Christmas. You can just put like your recipes and the link of that, and then later on if you already tried it out, you can just put again the status, if it's done, if it's in progress, although I do think that cooking cannot be in progress, maybe. And you can put like the type of food here. So I created like these 2 pages for foods and drinks, but you can actually already put it like just in one page. I'm just gonna do this just for the sake of better viewing, at least for me. So in the Christmas drink, if you put like the Christmas drink here and then you put out the filter that you only wanted to type drink, it's going to appear here. And later on, if you added like a new type of drink, for example like Christmas juice, you can already see that the type is already drink, so you don't have to really like choose here food or drink anymore. I mean like for now it's pretty easy, but later on if you have like several choices, it's gonna be like quite easier to put it like this. So let's get back into the Christmas recipes. And down here, this is an idea coming from another YouTuber. She's called Sabian. She's really creative. I really love her Notion pages. You guys need to check her out. She's also created the shopping list for her kitchen Notion, and I'm just using it here for you guys to use, even though this is also like kind of optional. So basically like how it works is that when you're doing Christmas shopping, you can put all of the ingredients that you need. For example, you need a banana, strawberries, potatoes, spinach and all that. And then you can go to the list area here, and then it's going to appear. So when you go shopping later on, you guys can just like open this shopping list again, and then just do like this little like check marks. So you guys couldn't see it here because of my screen recording, but on top of here in Notion there's an option that you can choose a page as your favorites, and then you can then open like this panel like on the left usually, and then you can just like open it up so that you don't have to like go into each of these pages when you're doing your shopping. Yeah, so basically that's it. And then in this board, like you can see what kind of different categories are there already in the shopping list. You guys can also like add your own options. Like for example, if you here wanted to put like goat cheese, you just go for it and then create these list here. So that's basically that for the Christmas recipes part. Next one is like my personal favorite, which is Christmas playlist. I know you guys can actually do that in Notion, in Spotify, that you can create like all of these things, but I really just like to have it in Notion page. You can also like add or kind of like link your Spotify here as well if you have like favorites playlists that you have. You can also like maybe just put it like inside here, like inside the gallery, so that you can just like navigate to your Spotify. But I really like to just like put it here. So here you can put out like all of the songs that you really liked here. You can also put the URL, like maybe like the YouTube link also here for each of the musics. I would say like you can also put that like in your Spotify playlist or however you like it. And I created like music's playlist here. So for example, if you're at home and then you're feeling like, oh, you wanted to do romantic winter nights, you can just click here and then like play the songs that are inside here. Or I usually do this like for nostalgia purposes. So for example, if you want to put here like 2025 new Christmas playlist or sad playlist or whatever you want it to do, just for nostalgia purposes, and then put like your list here. And maybe you can also like add some of like your summaries about your feelings that day, maybe something like that. You can add like this text, I don't know, maybe like just name an explanation, like this text property, and you can customize it however you like. So that is my playlist template. We're going to now go to the entertainment section, which is the Christmas movies and Christmas books. Both are kind of like the Christmas recipes and Christmas drinks, with these databases where you can put like your favorite books into the database, and also in the movies that you can also in the movies you can also like kind of some of the entertainments that you really like. So this one I need to filter it out to only movies. Select movies, yeah, and you can all see like the movies that you wanted to plan out for your Christmas. So yeah, basically that's all that I have for my Christmas template. And yeah, so what I haven't explained yet is my surprise in the end is my Christmas advent calendar, which you guys can see here. I'm gonna make it like a little bit bigger. One second. So yeah, how I'm gonna make it later on is that each of the days is going to appear starting in December 1. So I created a few challenges for you guys starting from December 1 until December 25, which is the Christmas day. And I created several of these challenges and a template for you guys inside. So you guys can write what are your feelings that day, how did you experience the challenges, and also you can also add your images or photos that you do together with some other people or random people that you guys do the challenges with maybe. So yeah, I'm creating this to hope that your Christmas or your December is going to be very, very colorful. I'm going to do this personally myself, even though like I created the challenges, but I already kind of forgotten what I did create there. So it's gonna be fun to actually do this with me, you guys. So yeah, I'm not gonna show it here because it's a surprise, but basically it's going to appear like every day, so don't peek. You guys have the choice to peek, but I would recommend you not to do it. And yeah, just do the challenges and let me know in the comments if you guys really did the challenges. So yeah, I guess that's it for my video. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it and got a lot of information from that, and I'll see you in the next video. So I'm going to try to create several Notion templates, and maybe you can let me know what kind of Notion things you wanted to know, or maybe other topics. So yeah, I'll see you guys, and Merry Christmas. Bye!